from one of my favorite artists. Not going to front about that. I'm going to exhibit confirmation bias in this video, if you will. Kanye's Wash Us in the Blood, brand new single. I've heard the single. I listened to the single this morning. Have not watched the music video, so I'm going to be reacting to the music video. If you're watching this live, let me know where you're watching this from. I got to drop the intro. Let the live chat pile in. Don't go nowhere.
I don't need nothing else. Every time I'm with you, yo, it's something else. It's a fact, and it's nothing else. Got your hand out, you don't even need the help. Oh, I don't need nothing else. Every time I'm with you, yo, it's something else. It's a fact, and it's nothing else. Got your hand out, you don't even need the help. Oh, that's right. I don't need nothing else. That's right.
King's Dream Energy.
What's going on? It's Ruslan with KingsDreamENT.com. This channel exists to encourage, empower, inspire you to live God's dream that looks different types of ways. Sometimes on this channel, we talk about culture, we talk about business, we'll talk about marketing, we'll talk about social issues, all the above, man. And so today we're going to be talking about the new Kanye West single that just dropped, specifically the music video. I've heard the single, haven't seen the music video, and I'm going to react to it. I don't do a ton of reactions, but again, Kanye is one of my favorite artists. If you're watching this live, even if you're watching a recap, it's all good. Give this video a thumbs up. Those help a ton. Push it up the algorithm. Let me know where you're watching this from. That would help me out a ton. By the way, we got all kinds of new merch on the website that you should go check out. That is, I think, pretty dope. We got the new Outlier Windbreakers, the Empathy Over Apathy. All this stuff is shipping, of course, the Purpose Over Pleasure merchandise on sale. Spend $75, get free shipping. Go check that out. Great way to partner with us. Shout out to the King's Dream Patreon community, the most talented community in the universe ever. Like, ever. We do Fan Love Friday music reviews, and then we do Sunday night Zoom calls. Super dope. And yeah, man. So look, this new song just came out. It is with Dr. Dre, I believe, also one of my favorite producers. Oddly enough, my very first concert that I've ever attended, I couldn't have been no older than 8 or 9 years old. A lot of you guys know I grew up in Southeast San Diego in the 90s, and this is when Dr. Dre's The Chronic Tour was happening. Snoop was on tour, the whole gamut. It's right after Doggy Style came out. And my very first concert that I ever attended to as a little young lad was a Dr. Dre Snoop Dogg concert at the San Diego Sports Arena. And it's wild to see Kanye, who I've been a fan of. I've seen him live multiple times. I've hung out with him kind of, sort of. I'm not going to act like me and Kanye are best buds, but I got a vlog of me going to the Jesus Sunday service thing. I've been to a couple of those, mutual friends, all that kind of stuff. But it's really cool to see these two come together. A lot of people didn't like Kanye's last album because of some of the production value. And now it sounds like the production value leveled up, fam. It sounds like he took it up a whole nother notch. And so I'm happy for that. I really like the song. Again, have not seen a video. About to check out the video. Gonna give you guys my thoughts. I think the interesting intersection of time that we are in right now is that guys like Kanye can never be enough, right? He can never be Christian enough for certain people. He can never be woke enough for certain people. He can never be artistic enough for certain people. And he's in this weird kind of intersection of culture, man, that I think it's tough for him to be accepted, I guess, if you will. I love the fact that none of this stops anything for him. He keeps it pushing. You know what I'm saying? He keeps it pushing. And I think, you know, as we take stuff away from what is he contributing to culture, I think he's a renaissance man. I think he's multifaceted in multiple different mediums and expressions, everything from production to rapping to fashion and clothes design. He just signed a big deal with Gap, which is amazing. So a lot of us can complain about our situations or where we are, where we like to be. But the dope part about capitalism, or at least the stock market, is that we can all own a piece of stock. So people complain about, Jeff Bezos becoming the first trillionaire and all this stuff. It's like, hey, man, you know what? I didn't complain. But you know what I did? I got my Robinhood app. I went and got some micro shares of Amazon. When they announced this deal with Gap, I wish some of my peoples over there would have told me the deal was coming down. You know what I did? As soon as they announced the deal, I went and bought a bunch of shares in Gap. That's the dope part about the time that we're living in. And so let's react to this video. I'll give my commentary, my thoughts. You guys are saying the video is intense. I don't know. I'm about to check it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to check it out. I hear there's some imagery in this. You know, Christians always being super duper religious and hyper spiritual about stuff. But let's check it out, man. So we're gonna pull this thing up. I'm gonna have to pause and stop as I go because YouTube's gonna destroy me in the algorithm with the content ID. And I'm playing it through the speaker, so that the sound isn't gonna be as clean as like our regular, our regular reviews. That's one of my favorite clips from all the protests, by the way, is this lady who checks this coworker. I think it's super dope. This is, I think, in Florida. He pushes a protester that was on the ground. A fellow cop chases after him, starts smacking him in the back of the head. #1 trending on Twitter, by the way. I mean, on Instagram. That's hard. Sheesh. Yo, I'm reacting to a reaction video. This is like the music video is formatted like a reaction video. So there's folks dancing, and I guess this dude is reacting. I don't know if this is supposed to be Jesus. I don't quite get all the imagery. God's country. Yo, this song is hard. Like, I don't care what anybody says. This record is hard. I don't understand all the imagery. This looks like a girl that's hyperventilating. I don't know if she's a protester or what's happening. You know what the dope part about this video, just first impressions, right, is that anybody could have made this video. Like any Christian artist, any non-Christian artist could have made the same video. Like this is a collage of current events and them piecing stuff together that's happening in culture. That's pretty dope. Like, that's pretty dope that he went intentionally low budget with it, I guess. Whoa. I didn't know somebody did that. That's crazy. Somebody climbed up to the what's it called? That's the Pablo tour, which that's one of the few Kanye tours I did not attend. Whoa. Okay, maybe not anybody could have made that. That looked like a zombie movie. Yeah, this is hard. This shit is hard, fam. Y'all was talking so reckless about the last album, okay? I mean, look. Oh yeah, I don't care if you're an atheist. I don't care what. You cannot hate on this record, okay? This is not the one that you can hate on and say, production. Like, this shit is cold, man. This record is fire. No choice selling drugs. Genocide, what it does. Massive cost, what it does. Cost, what it does. Another life being lost. Let it out, set it off. Execution 30 states. I loved Travis's part on this Execution 30 Stay. He's speaking against the death penalty, which I think is a really interesting juxtaposition from a content standpoint. And then it goes into this appears to be like it's Grand Theft Auto. This is cold. This joint is fire, yo. That is GTA?
want Kanye to be
Kanye.
They want to sign a fake Kanye. They trying to sign a Kanye. That's right, I call him
Kanye.
Don't take
yo, this man just freestyling and it's ice cold.
me the wrong way, but don't take me the wrong way. Cause God took me a long way. They want to edit the interviews. They want to take it to interlude. Cut a whole sentence to interlude. You know that it's fake if it's in the news. So I let it fly when I'm in the booth. The devil a lie and I've been the truth. Living cause nobody living and nobody getting it, doing it different. Rain down on us. Holy Spirit come down. Holy Spirit come down. We need you now. Wash us in the blood. Hold
Yo, these joints is interesting. These little lambs with the goats. Is where all the we gonna spark up all the Illuminati stuff again? Please don't, Christians. Please don't. Please don't. Yo, give this video a thumbs up real quick. It's 87 of y'all watching, only 35 likes. What are you doing? Come on now.
whole life being thugs. No choice selling drugs. Genocide, what it does. Slavery, what it does. Wash us in the blood of Jesus. Holy Spirit, come down. We need you now.
This is dope. I like the I like this like behind the scenes footage. This is like a vlog, yo. It's like a vlog with like high production qualities.
Wash us in the blood.
Sunday. If you haven't seen Sunday service, when they bring them back, you got to go to a Sunday service. I'm telling you right now, it's one of the dopest experiences from a worship music standpoint. Yo, this joint is fire. Like, I don't know why anybody. You got no unless you just hate God. Like, unless you just hate God, you got no reason to hate on this Kanye record. I don't care if you think that he shouldn't be talking about these issues as a cisgendered billionaire. Like, at this point, there's no reason to hate on Kanye. Like, this is a fire record, top to bottom. The record is dope. Dope feature, dope production. The mix sounds clean. The visual is interesting. Like, the whole joint, this is a cold record, man. This is a cold record. So at this point, like, I understood some of the pushback with Jesus King. I openly admitted the production value was suspect. On this type of record, and if he keeps coming like this, hopefully with Dre, y'all just don't like Jesus. Like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, Kanye, this is Kanye at his best, in my opinion. This is Kanye giving you bars, giving you content, a unique sound, dope production, an interesting visual that incorporates modern culture with the vlog style, viral, video. I don't know who produced this. That's a good question. Let's see if Genius has who produced this. But I think whoever produced this did a good job. I'm guessing Dre mixed it. Like, I know that's what they're saying, is that Dre mixed it. Let's see. I'm on Genius right now. I'm gonna see if they referenced cinematography, author featuring Travis Scott. It does not say who produced it on here. Yeah, I don't see the production. I don't know if anybody else knows who produced it. But yeah, man, I think this joint is dope. I'm excited to hear new Kanye music. I feel like it could be timely for everything people are going through. I feel like he's in a unique cultural intersection where he is. Who produced it? You said. A few different people produced it. Okay, got you. Produced by Bugs the Beast, Ronnie J, and more. The beat and the visual is great. Kanye knows he's super lyrical, but he knows how to mask it. Yeah, and that's the dope part. Is as a creative, one of the genius things that Kanye does is he's able to communicate big ideas in simple, palatable formats. That is not easy to do. Like, that is not easy to do. People think that to be deep, you got to use multiple syllable rhymes and all this kind of stuff. And that definitely helps. Like, that definitely helps. But the simplicity of some of this stuff while there being these complicated rhythms happening, I think it's super dope. And yeah, man, I mean, again, I'm biased. I'm a Kanye fan. It is what it is. But I think this joint is fire. I'm looking forward to hearing more stuff. And above all else, like I'm curious how culture now receives this. I'm curious how culture receives this new Kanye. There's been a lot of he ain't woke enough. He's not speaking on social issues. And then he goes out and protests. And he's not doing this. He's not doing that. Then he buys the Gap that he worked at when he was, in daggone Chicago, Southside Chicago, right? So he buys that Gap. Then they're like, well, he's not doing enough for this. And then he's like, yo, I'm bringing all of Yeezy production to America, creating more jobs for people who are going to be getting out of prison so they have jobs to go to. I mean, what more do you guys want from this man? Like, what more do you guys want from this man? You know what I'm saying? So I bought some Gap stock. That's what I did. I bought some Gap stock. It's $12 a share. I see the vision. I see this man hasn't lied yet. Like, he has not lied yet. Everything he said he was going to do with Yeezy, he did. Everything he said he was going to do with music, he did, right? And so I think he is going to do a lot of the stuff. And if he ends up building $1 trillion company as big as Amazon, which is what he says he wants to do in his lifetime, I don't know. I'm gonna put some money in some. I've already put some money in some Gap stock. I'm gonna put some money in some Gap stock through the Robinhood app. You could do that. It's like $12 a share, fam. You know what I mean? The culture wants an impossible consistency of thought and behavior, a culture who doesn't know Christ, doesn't understand humanity. Yeah, he helped out George Floyd's daughter. Yeah, he did a lot for not just George Floyd's daughter. I think he gave a lot to a handful of those families affected by the anti-black racism that we've seen spark up recently. And so I think this is an interesting cultural intersection. I feel like Kanye's in a unique position to speak to people from all walks of life, you know what I mean? And I think that's dope, man. And I think we right now, unfortunately, we're in this very like binary time, left versus right, Democrat versus Republican, vote, Black Lives Matter versus All Lives Matter, apathetic versus empathetic, right? And it's very binary. But the truth is, we could have multiple views of some of these solutions. We could say, yes, we need to go out and protest like I did. We need to go out and say Black Lives Matters like I did. At the same time, we say, yeah, but you know what? We got to grow in financial literacy. We got to grow in starting our own businesses. We got to grow in ownership, right? Those two things don't have to be opposing, right? Those two things don't have to be opposing. You don't have to be a communist or a socialist, right? Like a lot of these things can and are interconnected, and there is a healthy balance. And the truth is that America has always had both, you know what I mean? And that, in my opinion, there is a third option, and it requires critical thought, and it requires being a bit more nuanced with how you approach some of these topics in a not black and white format. And I think that is where hopefully we go, right? Hopefully we go where we have more open dialogue and we acknowledge the issues that are happening in this country with racism, with classism, with the wealth gap inequality, while at the same time saying, hey, by the way, these things we can be doing, right? Like a study came out about 10 years ago that said 98% of people who do these three things don't experience poverty, right? 98% of people who do these three things don't experience poverty. I did a TikTok video about it. I'll do a longer video about it. Graduating high school is the first one. Waiting until you're 21 to get married and then having kids, and working a full-time job, right? Those three things. 98% of people who do those three things will not experience poverty. So we want to redistribute people's wealth, but we don't want to tell people the practical things they can do to not experience poverty. Now, you can work a full-time job and do all those things in certain parts. Maybe you're not at the same spot to graduate high school because of the family you come from. And those are then the systemic issues that we need to address. Those are the programs we need to create. Those are the things we need to do. And I would add on top of that, like for me, becoming and staying debt-free, right? Becoming and staying debt-free, learning financial literacy was huge. And so there is a lot of nuance, and I hope that a guy like Kanye uses his platform to have these conversations. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep having these conversations. And when you're standing in the middle you're going to get hit from both sides. You know what I'm saying? When you're standing in the middle, you're going to get hit from both sides. And I'm cool. I will never be woke enough and for certain people, and I will never be capitalistic and pull yourself up by your bootstraps enough for other people. You know what I'm saying? Or conservative enough. And so I'm okay with that. And I hope you guys could be okay with that and say, hey, listen, we can acknowledge people's hurt and address these things, while at the same time saying the ultimate solution is a relationship with Jesus. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Appreciate y'all. Give this a thumbs up. Head on over, link in the description, sign up for the Patreon, get some merch. Windbreakers are shipping. Empathy Over Apathy shirts are shipping right now. You can do that. Appreciate everybody rocking with the like. Yo, give this video a thumbs up, man. This is 88 y'all watch on YouTube, only 62 likes. Come on, get the quick thumbs up. And yeah, man, follow your guy on all platforms. Appreciate